Hello, it is Friday. It's the 29th of March. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, making headlines today. One of the world's largest military forces says it is getting ready to attack. North Korea says its target is the United States. Leader Kim Jong-un called for rockets to be on standby to strike mercilessly at the U.S. That's according to state-run media. The move comes a day after U.S. stealth bombers made a training flight over South Korea. Jim Clancy is in Seoul. He joins us now live with more on what is happening there on the northern front. Jim.
We have seen the rhetoric ratcheted up. We have seen lines drawn.
All right, Jim, thank you for that. Jim Clancy there live for us from Seoul. The world's first international treaty to regulate the global arms trade was blocked on Thursday when Iran, North Korea and Syria opposed the draft. The three nations rejected the treaty, saying it was both discriminatory and flawed in its current form. Supporters were hoping to secure the backing of all 193 United Nations member states. Well, the world's major arms producers, including the United States, Britain, China and Russia, have all backed the treaty, but there were some reservations, with Russia voicing concerns over legal loopholes. Joining us now for more on this is Sergei Nikitin. He's the director of Amnesty International's representative office in Russia. He was at the UN last week lobbying governments to adopt the treaty. Mr. Nikitin, thank you very much for being with us. It wasn't just Russia that was voicing concerns about legal loopholes in this treaty. We also know that Iran was also voicing the same concerns as well. But perhaps what I found interesting in this treaty is that while it aims to prohibit transfer of arms if they are to be used for human rights abuses, what guarantees are there that they wouldn't be?
Yes, the treaty, the draft of the treaty seemed to be quite acceptable for...
All right, Sergei Nikitin, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate that. There's a sense of anxiety, but also quiet resignation in South Africa as we wait for more news on the health of former President Nelson Mandela. Mr. Mandela is expected to spend a third night in hospital where he's being treated for a recurring lung infection. This is his third hospital visit in just 4 months. A government statement says he is responding positively to treatment. President Jacob Zuma has asked the world to pray for Mr. Mandela. Well, let's take you live now to South Africa, and CNN's Robin Kerner joins us now from Pretoria. Robin, do we know where Mandela is and how he's doing?
You know, Monita, we don't know where he is. There's been literally a total blackout.
Robin, thank you very much for that. Robin Kerno reporting to us there live from South Africa. And we'll be right back here on News Center, live from Hong Kong. Stay with us. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal, bringing you up to date on some of the other stories that we're covering for you here on the show. A blast near the U.S. consulate in the Pakistani city of Peshawar has killed 6 people and wounded at least 11 others. That's according to a hospital spokesman there. Police say a suicide bomber on a motorbike rode up to a security checkpoint and detonated almost 10 kilograms of explosives. In Pakistan, a bystander has thrown a shoe at the country's former president, Pervez Musharraf, as he arrived at a Karachi court. Musharraf was granted a bail extension on all 3 cases he is facing, which include not providing enough security for the assassinated Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto back in 2007. Police commandos are on patrol in Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka, after a mob attack directed against Muslims and their businesses. Members of the majority Buddhist community on Thursday attacked the warehouse of a clothes chain owned by a Muslim businessman. A spokesman for the Muslim community said at least 2 people were injured. 7,000 people in the U.S. state of Oklahoma have been told they should get tested for HIV and hepatitis B and C. They were all patients of this dental practice in Oklahoma, and they've been warned they could have been exposed to infection. Authorities say they found numerous violations of health and safety laws there. Although it's often led the fight against racism in football, England could end up being punished for the same offence. Alex Thomas is in London with more details on that. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Monita. Yes, England's football fans may be banned from watching its team for 1 match.
All right, Alex, thank you very much for that. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. A delicious product from a remote region in China is getting international attention. We'll bring you all those details next. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. China is famous as a nation of tea drinkers, but in one part of the country, farmers are brewing up an alternative. Yunnan province has just the right climate for coffee beans. And as CNN's Stephen Jiang reports, the region is drawing international interest.
In the lush mountains of southwestern China, where a legendary trading route called Tea Horse Road once originated,
As we head into the weekend, we are all looking at the weather. Meteorologist Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center with a glimpse at what we can expect. Mari?
Oh, yeah. I think I have time for two continents. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and start with you guys there in Asia. And you know what?
In the center, a little milder in the south. Back to you.
I don't think anyone's liking your crystal ball right now there, Mari, but I know. I know we shouldn't shoot the messenger. Okay, we won't.
Right.
All right, Mari, thank you very much. Now, finally, it used to take 2 days, but now cosmonauts and astronauts traveling to the International Space Station have cut their journey time by more than half. Blasting off from Kazakhstan on Thursday, the 3 crew members of the Soyuz spacecraft took a mere 6 hours to reach the station, arriving early Friday morning. Until now, it's been necessary to orbit the Earth 16 times before docking. On this occasion, they did it in just 4 orbits. The crew now have plenty of time to get comfy. They are scheduled to stay on the orbiter for about 6 months. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. We'll update you the news headlines in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
There you see the